Hello, and welcome to the Indiana Unclaimed Property Reporting presentation. During this presentation, we will cover a variety of topics useful for reporting unclaimed property. Some of the topics we will cover are definitions, holder obligations, unclaimed property law, due diligence, how, when, and what to report, tutorial videos, and holder resources. Let's begin with reviewing some definitions.
Hello. To better help understand unclaimed property, here are some examples of unclaimed property that our office receives. The definition of unclaimed property is any financial asset with no activity by its owner for an extended period is considered unclaimed property. This includes unclaimed wages, commissions, savings and checking accounts, money orders, IRAs, stock dividends or underlying shares, customer deposits or overpayments, utility deposit, credit balances or refunds, and safe deposit box contents. Please note, the only tangible items we accept are from the safe deposit box. Items that are not considered unclaimed property and should not be sent to us includes abandoned vehicles, real estate, furniture, stolen property, or lost and found. A holder is a business like yourself that is holding property belonging to someone, which falls under the holder's responsibility to file and report unclaimed property. Due diligence is a responsibility of the holder required by law to put forth effort locating the owner of the property and all unclaimed property that is $50 or higher. This will need to be performed before reporting the unclaimed property to the state. Dormancy or abandonment period. This is when the account has been dormant for a certain period of time with no transactions or activity by the owner. Holder reporting. The holder report needs to provide detailed owner and property information for property of value that is misplaced, forgotten, or held without activity by the rightful owner for a period of time defined by the law. Please remember that the last known address of the owner is required to be reported. Holder obligations. Holder obligations are to protect the funds you are holding until a report has been created and sent to the state. The holders are required to perform due diligence before any property is reported to the state. Remit the property by uploading your unclaimed property report and send along with your remittance to the state. Maintain copies of the report and your submitted documentation by law for 10 years. Remember, your report must contain the last known address if known, as this information is critical for the property to be claimed and paid to the owner. This also helps to reduce calls to the holder by the owner for additional information needed to assist with their claims.
The Unclaimed Property Law is located on our website's homepage under the About menu section. The law requires businesses to review their records each year to determine whether they hold any funds, securities, or other property that has been unclaimed. Businesses are also required to submit annual reports and remittance to the state of the owner's last known address. The purpose of the Unclaimed Property Law is to protect the interests and property rights of the lost owner. Also, it relieves the holders from the expense and liability associated with the property. Some other sections of the Indiana unclaimed property law are reporting requirements, reporting deadlines, retention of records, and due diligence requirements, and many more. Next, we will discuss due diligence.
What exactly is due diligence? As stated earlier in the definition slide, due diligence is the holder's obligation of attempting to reunite the owner with their unclaimed property before having to report and remit funds to us here at the state of Indiana. It is a legal requirement for any property of $50 or more. Now, does this mean properties under $50 don't have to be reported and paid? All funds, even a few cents, should be included on reports and paid back to the state. Indiana does not have a minimum threshold for this. This $50 minimum only pertains to having to send due diligence correspondence. Again, this is a legal requirement for all holders of unclaimed funds. The time frame to send this communication is not more than 180 days and no less than 60 days prior to filing your report. We do have a sample due diligence letter on our website for holders to utilize. At our homepage of indianaunclaimed.gov, under the header Reporting Property, click on Reporting Resources. You will see in that list a sample due diligence form letter. These letters should be sent first-class mail or better to the owner's last known address. Or holders can send via an email if there was prior authorization from that property owner consenting to electronic communication. Again, they are to be sent to the last known address that holders should possess. And please include this on your report. Even if you think that an owner is no longer at the said address, it may get forwarded or end up in the hands of a family member. The owner, family, or heir might be able to use this address as an identifying factor in the claiming process in the future. How and when to report. First, let's talk about when. You must report annually. It is legally required if you possess any unclaimed funds. If you happen to have a year with no funds to report, it is highly encouraged to file a zero report, also known as a negative report. This keeps you in the habit of filing annually, and it shows us that there is compliance. The link to access this negative report can be found under Reporting Property. Then click on Reporting Guidelines. You can see the hyperlink for a negative report in blue. Most holders have a deadline of November 1st of each year, with the exception of life insurance companies that have a May 1st deadline. Now, how to report. This is done electronically on our website, www.indianaunclaimed.gov. The 3 steps are creating a report using a NAPA format, submitting the report, and then remitting payment. A holder can pay online or by mailing a physical check with a copy of your report summary. You can see our address here, but it is also in our holder manual. Payments are due at the time of reporting. We do now have available some new and very helpful tutorial videos on our website. There will be more detail on this later in our presentation.
What to report. When filing unclaimed property, you want to include all identifying owner information known to you, such as a full name, a last known address, social security number or tax ID number, a birth date, account number, case number, or cause number. Why is this information important? Reporting all information known to you allows the holder department to process and reconcile your filing quickly and efficiently. If information is missing or not complete, it may cause the filing to be rejected and/or delayed in getting reconciled. This is also vital when a claimant comes forward to claim their unclaimed property. The owner must provide identifying information to prove their identity prior to their claim being processed. Therefore, filing correctly could prevent an owner from contacting you in the future to request additional documentation to support their claim. How to report. All reporting must be submitted electronically. The Unclaimed Property website has a wealth of information on owner reporting. By going to the website and hovering over the Reporting Property tab, you will see drop-down menus such as reporting guidelines, deadlines for reporting, how to submit a payment, reporting resources, and how to report unclaimed property. By clicking on the Report Unclaimed Property tab, you will find there are only two ways of reporting. First, uploading a NAPA formatted file. This is a format created by NAPA that must be used, which allows electronic filing to be easier and consistent. Under the Reporting Resources tab, you will see a list of NAPA formatted electronic reporting software programs and links that are available for reporting. For example, HRS Pro or Tracker. Second, creating a manual online report. If a holder is reporting manually online to our secure website, a step-by-step guide can be found under the Reporting Resources tab. This guide will be a helpful tool as you manually create your filing. When filing online, you will receive an auto-generated secret key. The secret key is a precise and lengthy series of numbers, letters, punctuation marks, and symbols. So it is important to copy and paste it to a location that is convenient for you. NAPA codes and relationship codes. NAPA codes are the account types for reporting. For example, ACO1 is for checking accounts. MSO1 is for wages and payroll. Relationship codes indicate who must claim the property. For example, BF is a beneficiary. SO is for sole owner. The holder is responsible for assigning the NAPA codes and the relationship codes when filing. These detailed lists can be found under the Reporting Resources tab. Next, talk about tutorials.
Hello, I'm excited to talk about our how-to videos on our homepage at indianaunclaimed.gov. I can't express enough about how helpful these tutorial videos are. These videos guide you through the reporting process by giving you step-by-step instructions for submitting your report and payment. There are 7 videos on the homepage. The first 4 are for claiming property. The last 3 are designated for holder reporting and only take under 10 minutes to view all 3 videos. That is amazing. Here's a quick clarification of the 2 different types of videos. When you are claiming funds from Indiana Unclaimed, you are considered the claimant and would view the first 4 videos. When you are remitting unclaimed funds, your title is a holder. The holder's name is the company you are submitting the report for. For example, if your name is Jane Doe and you are submitting a report for a company named Doe Enterprises, the holder name would be Doe Enterprises. As mentioned by our previous representatives, here are a few key tips that can help with the reporting process. If you are submitting a manual report, please copy and paste your secret key in any kind of a document on your computer. If you lose your secret key, we cannot retrieve this key for you. If you enter in information for your manual report and decide to take a break and finish later, you will need that secret key to log back in. Without it, you will lose all saved information and will have to begin again. Please note the secret key is only good for 45 days. Please include all of the owner's information that you have for claiming advantages. Our ultimate goal is to return the funds to the rightful owner. If you have quite a few properties, you might consider an electronic reporting software. Some of these can be found under Reporting Property on the Reporting Resource page on our website. If you are uploading a report, it has to be NAPA formatted electronic file. For more detailed information regarding NAPA format, please visit unclaimed.org. Remember, all reports need to be submitted electronically. Remember to save a copy of your report and supporting documents for your records. You just might need them for future reference. Don't forget these records should be kept for 10 years. We have 3 payment options. One option is to remit a physical check. Please make sure the check is made payable to the state of Indiana and mailed to the address on the conclusion slide of this presentation. Don't forget to include your holder summary with your check. Another payment option is to pay online. Simply follow the prompts after submitting your report. You will be routed to our payment portal to submit your payment. The last option is the wire or ACH payments. Please reach out to us at updholder@atg.in.gov for our up-to-date wire instructions. This section is regarding extension request. An extension request can be made if the holder is running into unforeseen issues and may need a little extra time to file their report. All reports other than life insurance are due November 1st. Our office is hectic at this time, so all extension requests are due 30 days prior to this date. This is critical to review and process all requests. This will also avoid possible penalties for late submissions. Please follow the instructions on the extension request form located on the reporting resource page in the forms section on our website. You will receive an approval email upon completion of your application. Occasionally, a holder will need to request reimbursement for money they reported and made payment for. The form is located on the reporting resource page in the forms section on our website. Detailed instructions are included with this form. Please follow these instructions carefully. We thoroughly review these requests as it pertains to returning the owner's submitted funds. It is helpful to include an email address for the contact on the form. Along with the completed notarized form, we will need proof of the remitted funds returned to the owner. You can mail your request to the address listed on the instructions, or you can also email your request to updholder@atg.in.gov.
In conclusion, this presentation covered the essential unclaimed property reporting information necessary to successfully submitting your report and remittance. Here are our reporting contact information for email and toll-free phone number. For holder reporting questions, please email us at updholder@atg.in.gov. Our website is indianaunclaimed.gov, and it has a wealth of reporting resources that we have covered in this presentation. Lastly, this is our mailing address. Thank you for your time.